you've always been interested in sports, you've said. What all sports have you learned on the acting job? In your
Actually, all of them, apart
Okay.
from racing, because racing is something that I used to do as a kid, but not very professionally. Okay, you know what you do in your school time. I did race a bit there for my school, but other than that, I learned hockey. I learned shooting,
Yes.
and now I learned cricket.
Wow. You never played cricket?
I never played cricket. I never picked up a bat in my life.
Because you were not interested generally, or you
No,
didn't
because
play?
while growing up as a kid, no boy let me play cricket
Yeah.
because they used to ask me to field and never gave me batting or bowling. So it was always the boys' domain.
Right.
And then obviously because I never got a chance to bat or bowl, I was like, just chuck it. I'm not going to.
You don't know.
I don't want to do it.
This must have demotivated a lot of girls, I'm sure.
I'm sure अगर मेरे को किया तो I'm sure there'll be lot more girls who will have the same story.
Right. What was the biggest learning about her when you played her? What was it that you didn't know?
Like that she was a trained Bharatnatyam dancer who transitioned into being an athlete. Usually we have these women who are sports stars who have a very different demeanor and body language, which is considered to be very sporty, very, like this, for the lack of better word, very tomboyish, which I hate that word. But people do feel like, bratish, very brash body language of sports women in particular. But no, this one was very elegant, very poised, very, because she was classical dancer,
right.
and because the clarity in her footwork and the grace with which she plays kind of reflects that.
Wow. Yeah.
So that I didn't know. Obviously, I had a little bit of inkling of the fact that she is a avid reader.
Wow.
She reads a lot. More than she watches films, she actually reads. She hardly watches films actually.
Okay.
So that I got to know about her. So yeah, these were the things, and the fact that she's a very shy, introverted personality, contrary to what I am. So I had this big revelation which like shocked me, and I had to like figure out now how I'm gonna do this.
Right. Right. When you talked to her, when you met her, what is her response to this film releasing?
I think she is also very curious,
curious.
And because she's like, she does check me. Do you see it? Did you like it? She does check that with me. But for me, I check with her. How did you feel about it? Because it's eventually your story. So when the trailer released, I asked her first thing that, how did you like the trailer? Did you like the trailer? And her response, I think, made my day, or like made all the efforts worth it, because her saying that not just that she liked the trailer, she felt that I was very convincing as her.
Right.
That was her response.
Okay.
So that I didn't even ask her that, did it look like I'm playing you rightfully? So she herself said that you look very convincing as me. So that kind of was the biggest compliment I could ever have for this.
Amazing. Can't wait to watch it. So lastly, you were on a break. How was that? Do you do that very often? Switch off, go travel and come back and jump into it?
I did until pandemic hit all of us.
Right.
And I could manage to go for one holiday between these 2 years when I went last year. But they've been long breaks. Usually I go after every film because that's my refresh comeback formula. But for now, after a really long time, I went on this much awaited break of almost 20 days. I think the longest I've actually taken for a holiday, and I refreshed myself to deep dive into the craziness of promotions. And the anxiety of a release.
Right, so we'll let you go because you have many interviews lined up.
Thank you.
All the very best. This looks amazing. Can't wait to watch this on the big screen.
Thank you. I look forward to your response, Rohit.
Thank you.